Hi there, it's Janice Thompson from jazzledazzlecraft.co.uk. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator and I work in central Scotland. And my desk is a mess, but I've come on to... Hi Tammy, I take it you're done working this time. I've come on again. I need a birthday card in a bit of a hurry-ish for a friend. I would like to get it in the post. So I'm going to make just a sort of standard square 14.5 centimetres, going on centimetres, Tammy. So let's see how we go. Hi everybody, hi Sylvia, hi Christine, and hi Tammy. I think I've said hi to you. So I'm a bit tired. I've had lots of sun today, and then I remembered I need a card for a very good friend who has a birthday this week, and so I thought I'm going to have a play with Celebrate Sunflowers. I've got a wee composition in my head, a wee quick square card that'll go. Hi Esther. Yeah, I'm back in force, keeping myself busy, keeping the head busy, so not trying anything complicated, but I'm happy to be here and share. So let's get cracking. So are you all excited for the new catalogue coming out on next week? Less than a week away now. It's real exciting. So what I've done, I better tell you what I'm doing here. So I put this into 14.5 centimetres. So if you were doing that in inches, about 5 3/4 inches. This is a lazy person's way to do a square card. So then, because I'm too lazy sometimes to take the arm of this out, what I should be doing is cutting that to 29 centimetres, but I'll show you a wee shortcut. It's not so much lazy people, it's when I'm crafting, I get less and less space on my desk. Oh, if you've got this stamp set coming, oh. I hate it when they reschedule, like take the cutting board. So I put it to 14.5 centimetres and I'm scoring it. And then I'm folding it. Just make sure it's straight. And then I turn it that way so that that bit there is there. Put my fold to 14.5 and cut. Oh yeah, some more people have come in. Hi Kim. Anywhere else I've not said hello to? Oh hi Randy. Didn't see you. Hiya. Give me a shout if I haven't said hello. So one square base card, which is not what I was going to do. I was going to do a very, see, I'm doing, that's wrong. Very vanilla base card. Let's start again. The brain is just not kicking in, is it? But I will. I've done too much today. I've done a Facebook Live and I did a live this morning, so that maybe, but I came through to make this and I thought somebody might want to share with me. So, right, cut the card. I've got a nice base card in Early Espresso when I want one later. Oh dear. Waiting for parcels to come, and when they then reschedule, dear me, it's like that somebody cancelled Christmas, isn't it? Right, same process. Fold it on the score. Put the fold to 14.5. This is just for lazy people. Of course, you could cut it 29 centimetres and score it at 14.5. So there we have a square card base in thick very vanilla. Just so well I got plenty of card out. Okay, and then I'm going to cut this piece 14 by 14. I could of course cut a bit of the card base I've made, but we'll keep that for another day. So I'm just going down in increments of 5 millimeters, which most of you will realise is strange because I usually do 4 millimeters. I just decided to make it easier today. Right, so there's a layer. So this is a standard format that I use if I need a card in a hurry, because it works. And you know, if something works, don't try to break it. So this needs to be 13.5 square. There's a wee bumply bit on that side, so I'm going to cut that off. I've already used some of this sheet, so 13.5. This is from a pack of paper, which is here on my desk. I cut out. This is Flowers for Every Season, which is part of the larger suite that goes with the Celebrate Sunflowers. Do you want a quick flick? Oh, hi Lorna. Hi Ivy. Busy now. So it's just a quick flick. A lot of the new in colours in this set, look at that, the cinnamon, whatever it is. I've not learned the names yet. Take me a wee while. Takes me, you know, it takes an old dog a wee while to learn new tricks. This paper is divine. Gorgeous. Predict I will need another pack of it soon, because I think I'll be working my way through that anyway. That's your sneak peek of that. 13.5 the square was to be. So basically, if you do a layered up piece of designer series paper and a darker colour, you'll see that I'm sticking with a kind of tight palette here. So that's a nice base to a card. And then what I'm going to do is get another piece of Very Vanilla. I'm going to stamp on the Very Vanilla, and I'm going to cut this at 10. A 10 centimetre square. I'm not sure if it's big enough, but that's what I'm doing. So let me just have a think. Maybe I need a bigger square to. No, be fine. And a bit of this early espresso at 10.5. It is gorgeous, isn't it, Lorna? Is anyone else warm? I think we've had our hottest day so far in Scotland. It was 26 degrees at 6 o'clock this evening. I had to go and have a cool bath. I got so hot. So this is how it'll all go together. Kind of like that. So this is the bit I'm going to stamp on. Now I'm going to treat myself to a new bottle of blue. Got a wee stash under my desk. I'm not sure if any of you are wanting to stock up on our liquid glue, because it is going up in price for the new catalogue. So you might want to stick yourself a wee order in and stock up at the current price. It's amazing glue. Anyway, so let's just layer up, not that and that, but layer up these. So I always put my designer series paper onto the layer it's going on to. That's that, and then glue that. Were you hot too, Ivy, in Germany? Oh, Sylvia. Oh dear. I didn't think this had a direction, this paper, but I'm not sure. I think it does actually. And I'm not being funny, that paper is so beautiful. To be honest, that and a sentiment and some, you know, a bit of ribbon or something, and that could be a nice card on its own. But we want to do some stamping, and why am I going to glue that when I've not stamped it? So this is what I'm stamping on. This is what I'm stamping with. I need a block. Where is the big one? That's the wrong one, that's the one I'm using for the happy birthday. Oh, there it is. And I don't need the huge great big block, but I need, I can't remember the number of this one. What's this? An E block. Because this is a, you know, it's a substantial stamp. Quite big. Right, and I'm going to use Early Espresso. Yeah, it shouldn't be this hot in May, should it? I'm not really complaining, it's been nice and I've made the best of it. But for anyone going to work, it's a bit hot. So I'm using this, just this Sunflower Early Espresso ink. Because it's a bigger stamp, that's why I took the ink to the stamp. Oops. And then I'm going to put most of the flower on this corner. It's just lovely. If you do nothing else, it's oh, thunderstorms. Oh well, you'll not be bored anyway. Right, and then I'm just going to do this part of a sunflower on the opposite corner. So they're just there, and the happy birthday sentiment I'm using is from Seaside Notions because it's lovely. Happy birthday. And again, I'm just going to do this with Early Espresso. I don't know if I'm lined up because I can't get my head over it, so that's all right though. So I don't know if I want to pop a couple of leaves in or not. Shall we try? I don't know. I remember my aunt had a linen cupboard in our house, and if there was any thunder or lightning, she went and hid in that. It was internal in the house. I think I'm just going to pop that there and there. Do one just not having complete leaves, but just bits. Right, that will be fine. I'm not going to add any more. That's fine. I love thunder and lightning. I know you don't need a lot with this, but I just thought, just for fun, we'll add in some green. I think maybe we'll see. So you could actually just leave this as is, to be honest, and put it on, or you could colour it in with the blends. Well, no, you can't colour it in with the blends because, yeah, you could. My brain's not working well today. Yes, you could use the blends. I wondered, I don't know whether to bother, whether to just leave it like that. I know, that's what I'm thinking. I like it just as it is. Shall I just make this up? There's dies to go with this set as well. Yeah, I get you, Esther. I hear you. Okay, maybe, I don't know whether... I like it just as it is. I like the simplicity of it. I'm just going to keep this one. I might just quickly chop up and make another one. I don't know. If I make this one up, I think I'm going to keep this one plain for my friend. But what I'll do is I'll cut another piece and we can have a look and see. We could colour one. Let's just make this one up because the whole thing is, before I get too tired, I need to get this addressed and in the post. So if it's all made up, it can dry. I just put 5. I'm using the black ones because I'm using dark card. Early espresso, Lorna. I mean, I think soft suede would be just as good. I'm just trying to make sure that's about lined up. Now, we had a bit... Anybody see what I did with the bit of paper that I cut off? Oh, so untidy. I was going to use the bit of DSP that I cut off, but on the inside, but I can't. But it's for a friend, so I will put her a personal message on in that. So I wonder. No, I'm not going to interfere with this. I think this is fine as it is. Let's cut another square. Oh, the paper's amazing too. Let's cut another square and colour it in this time and then see what you think. So it was 10 centimetre square. For if you work in inches, a 4-inch square will be just about perfect. Right, so let's just do it again. The same sort of composition, and then we'll colour it in with blends and then see what we think, alright? Sometimes less is more, isn't it? I try to be a bit helpful to people who only use inches. I was brought up, I started school in inches and I finished school in centimetres, I think, so I can do most. I can do both. But on the last trimmer that we had, I found the centimetres easier to see, so I got accustomed to centimetres. So there's my sunflower down. Oh, it's warm in here still. And then we had another one in the corner, didn't we? And we used the leaf, just a little bit of it here. So we've got some leaf there. Might as well stick a happy birthday sentiment in, and I'll make up another birthday card and one in moustache then. Right, so that's all the stamping, and then let's see what it does look like if we use the blends. Let's see what happens. Need a green. Okay, so whoopie doopie doo. Right, so I'm going to put a bit of a centre on this, and I've got dark soft suede because I don't have early espresso, but there's bronze as well that you could use that's quite dark. And just use is this the light? No, that's the dark. Aye, it's the dark one I want. Oh my goodness, do I know what I want? I'm putting the dark around the edge at the base of the petals, and I put dark in the middle, and then just blend. I'm just using circular motions with the light one. And just let it all blend in together. I'm going to do, sometimes sunflowers, all sorts of different shades of orange and yellows. I'm actually going to try and put, this is a pumpkin pie, the dark pumpkin pie. However, my nib's not brilliant, so let's see how. Yeah, that's better. Put the dark, just kind of putting some dark at the base of the petals where they will be dark where they meet this flower centre. If you want to, I think I already said this morning and I did in another video, I'm just putting some colour down, to be honest. Colouring is something that's good to take your time over and think about what you're doing, which clearly I'm not doing. I'm just being guided by what Stampin' Up! Have already in their artwork put where the dark bits are. So I'm just being guided by that. I'm just putting a bit of orange in here. So this will be quite an interesting sunflower, I think. Again, sometimes it's better to just do one petal or a couple of petals at a time. Because our basic inks are water based, they don't react with the alcohol, so and these blend pens are alcohol pens. They're fabulous. I love them because you can get some stunning results with them if you really understand colour and take your time and what have you. But equally you get good results if you just slap it on there like I'm doing. And then I think we'll I'm actually going to go for saffron over the top of this and see what happens. Blend that in. Might not blend too well because hopefully that going over will reactivate it, but because I've done so much at one go. I've already said Ruth of Artful Stampin' did a really good tutorial. I think it might have been last week, that my weeks have been a bit odd, so it might be the week before that. She did a lovely video showing you how to do the blends. And also I watched one by Jilly Hunt. So if you check out Gilly and Artful Stamping if you want to know a bit more about colouring with blends and how they work. Oh, thanks, Randy. You're a gem. I could get you a job as my PA or my marketing manager. That's okay, it's not quite like that. We'll just use the, I've got Mossy Meadow here for the leaves, so again, just the same. Oh gosh, somebody's destroyed that one. I need to get a wee list here. I need a new Mossy Meadow. Just kind of was trying to go with the lines on the leaf there, but I kind of messed that one up. Yeah, it's working well, isn't it? Again, the thinking has been done by the artist who designed this stamp, and look, there's lots of shading and texture there. I need to add Mossy Meadow blends to my shopping list. These ones I've had it really. Been well used. Very well used. Okay, Lauren, now that's fine. This will be on YouTube for posterity anyway. So hopefully when you get your set you can always watch again and craft along. Right, so that's the leaves, and then we'll just quickly bring this one up to scratch. So I'll just turn it around because it's easier. And again, so I just did the colour in this one in like this, so nobody will see that I kind of botched up the stamping. Oh, hi Kerry. Yeah, you will. I'll show you in a minute what we made earlier. I think I've got time to quickly cut a card for this as well and find a. So I'm just going over it all and I'm just letting that blend together. Yeah, so again on this I used the dark pumpkin pie. Again, just around the base of the flower centre where it would be very dark in there. I'm just adding. Just go with the markings that the artist has already laid down there. I think that's fine. And then what did I use? I used the dark So Saffron over the top, so let's go with it. I just take that over the top of the whole lot, and it just, the colours will blend. The alcohol just takes a moment or two to do its stuff. It takes away the harsh lines. You can go over it and over it and over it till you get exactly what you want, and you can get really good depth. There we go. It's actually very effective coloured in, isn't it? I like that too. So again, we could go with a similar, see, that's good too, isn't it? Oh, I'm glad you're crafting too, Sheila. Well, you have to carry it. It's definitely a have to. So what, I don't know if any of these other papers to give an alternative. I think they, maybe this one. Don't know if that's too fussy. I like the yellow because, well, the cinnamon one might be nice. Don't want roses. I like the blue one and the stripes. I think we'll just go with this cinnamon one. Well, that's not bad, is it? Wonder if I use the, what is it called? Cinnamon what? Right, does anyone know where I put my new in colour cardstock? Oh, fancy that! It's in the cardstock drawer. Yeah, it was too busy. Right, let's just go with this and do something just to show something different. Exactly the same. Right, so we need 2 bits of that. I am boiling again. It's very surprising to find it in the place it's supposed to be, isn't it? Oh, I need a fan in here and I don't have one. Right, so what did I have before? Right. Right, okay, I'm just thinking. Did you hear the cogs? Right. We'll make this one a simpler card with less layers. Okay, so 14.5. Ah! Did I nearly cut it there? Score at 14.5. Do you think that is right? Okay, I'll try that then, yeah. Try that Ivy Sun Bumblebee. Let's see where we go. Okay, 14.5. It's just to play with the new colours. It's just unfortunate I don't have the inks to join in or any of the pens yet, but that'll come. It'll come. Right, so if we're gonna, do you think we could put Bumblebee in between? Okay, yeah. Yeah. Well, good shout, Ivy. Right, so this needs to be 14. Let's get cracking. 14. We need one that's 10.5. So we'll go. And we need this to 13.5. People shouting out there. Do you know what? The sun comes out and some strange people come out from nowhere as well. Oh, I'm liking this. Right, let's get gluing. And that's pretty too, isn't it? Like a wee aster type daisy. Could nearly use that for Christmas. So Sheila's crafting along. Is anyone else crafting while they're watching? There we go. Just make sure it's nice and straight. Pop it down, give it a rub. Make sure it's stuck. There we go. And then some glue on there. Oh, Randy, you should pop over here. I'm not really complaining, but, well, I am. I'm a bit uncomfortable. I do like the heat, but I like to be at the sea or somewhere, or a pool. Oh, you're organising, Christine. I don't know what that means. I have no idea what organising means. Well, you're lying in bed. Well, it's getting quite late, Ivy, anyway, for you. Alright, so who's bought the deliberate mistake? I've cut something wrong, but I've just kept the wrong piece. So that's cut to the wrong size. Yep. Did you all sit there and watch me? Nobody told me. Right, that's 10.5, and this time 10.5, not 10. Silly girl. Just add a bit more glue simply because that is all on the other piece of card. Yeah, I realised that you're an hour ahead of me. It's 10:15 here, so you're 11:15, and I do intend to be in bed soon. Kind of keep telling myself I really should go to bed the same, get in your bed, back in your bed the same day that you get out of it. And that moved, so no, we're all right. No, that is all right. Okay, and some dimensionals. Did you see where I put them? We'll just stick with these black ones, no one's going to see them. Nah, I want it to stay square. Of course, I'll have to line the inside of this one now as well, so but that's all right. Voila! Again, the same composition, different look. What do you think? And then we could use some of these lovely wee enamel dots that's in the new in colour. They're different, but it's exactly the same. Yes, I used Very Vanilla, the thick Very Vanilla I stamped on. I've got plenty of it, so I thought I would use it. So I'm just going to put some Bumblebee. My Take Your Pick tool still missing in action. If anyone's seen it, I would appreciate its return. It should return to barracks. And this paper is quite good because it's got a wee line there. Oh, look at that! I've lost the yellow. I'm just going to leave it though. And then we'll just use this. What's the proper name? Cinnamon what? Who knows? It'll be on the paper pack. Cinnamon cider, I could not remember that. Cider, I should remember it's alcohol, that'll help. I could do with a long cold glass of cider right now. Oh, does it, Ivy? Oh no, that won't cost me any more. That, although it is slightly raised, so I usually just send them as a large letter anyway. But oh, so therefore you wouldn't make that for posting out. Well, maybe I'll just have to go and see my friend. Not allowed to just now. Anyway, thank you very much for popping on and keeping me company while I've got the birthday card I needed and one for the box. Oh, yours going the thickness yet? I'm thinking that might. Have I got the thing? No, I've not got my wee thing here. I do have a thing to check. It might just go through as a normal card. I think with it because it's 14.5 centimetres, it's small enough to go as a normal card. Okay, so yeah, I'm heading to bed too soon, Tammy, really. But thank you very much, and you're right, what a difference between the two cards. That's such a different look for exactly the same process. Thanks everybody, enjoy. If you've still got a day ahead of you, enjoy it. And we'll see you soon. Good night. Stay safe. Don't forget to subscribe. Yeah, it can go as a small card, yeah. Thanks everybody, stay safe.